Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. Welcome to Amar Ghore Amar school. This is Sheikh Hassan Jamil, your today's English teacher. Today we will be covering our lesson from English grammar and composition of class 7, unit 14, lesson 1 and 2. Lesson 1, infinitives, and lesson 2, gerunds. There are so many important things we are going to learn at the end of the discussion today, and for that purpose our learning outcomes are going to be: students will be able to know about non-finite verb. They will be able to know the kinds of non-finite verb. They will be able to find out subject and object of a sentence. And lastly, they will be able to understand the function of noun, pronoun, and preposition. We have learned about the classification of verb since childhood, right? In this session, today I'm going to give you a very short recap that how our verb is classified. Look at the branch. Yes, as you can see, verb has got two major branches. One we call finite, another is non-finite. Today our discussion is going to be non-finite. Non-finite is further can be divided into three categories, and they are infinitive, one is gerund, and another one is participle. And yes, according to our today's lesson plan, we will be talking about infinitive, and the next one gerund only. In the next lesson you will come to know about participle as well. From your textbook, first there is a passage, do you see? So let's read the passage first, and definitely notice some of the underlined words. Let's read it. Read the following passage and look at the underlined words. To walk early in the morning is good for health. One can get rid of various diseases by walking regularly. It is better to walk on the riverside or in the garden. The fresh air and the green plants are good for body and mind. Many people walk early in the morning to keep body and mind healthy and fresh. Here you have noticed there are verbs underlined, to plus verb. These underlined words we call infinitive. Look at here. To plus verb word, or in other words, base form of a verb. Okay? What do you understand by saying base form of a verb? Let's look at the examples first. Here they are. To jump is fun. Now the next one. I like to swim. Jump for a sentence. Second sentence, swim. Only swim. That is what we call base form of a verb. It is the base, basic. Okay? Hope you understood. Let's look at some more examples after these three. There are some more examples, and here they are. He called to warn her. Next one. We decided to travel there at night. Well, in various places we have used to plus verb word, in other word infinitive, since you know, because this form is called infinitive. So in various places infinitives are used. Depending on its use in various places, they are different. Okay? The first one, infinitive, is used as a subject of a sentence. Yes. In first example, that is to jump is fun. Here, our infinitive has been used as a subject of a sentence. On the contrary, so the next one, I like to swim Here it has been used as an object of a sentence. Yes, what is subject and object? I'm definitely going to explain it shortly. We identify subject by asking who or what at the beginning of a sentence. For example, to jump is fun. What is fun? The answer we get, to jump. So this what gave us the answer, and this is our subject, and our subject here is an infinitive. That's why we said our infinitive has been used here as a subject. And the next one, the next example we got, I like to swim. We identify our object by asking question whom or what on verb. On verb, you have to ask question using whom or what. I like to do what? I like to swim. So we got our object, and our object here is an infinitive. That's why we say here the infinitive has been used as an object of a sentence. Hope, dear. Let's move on to our next task. So students, all the examples so far we have come across, they are the examples of infinitive. So you already have understood perhaps very carefully that infinitives mean to plus verb word, but there are some infinitives as well which will appear without to. Let's the level of our challenge go up. Some of the infinitives you may find came without to. Those infinitives we call bare infinitive. Yes, bare infinitive means without to, only verb word. There are various cases where we do use infinitive which are bare infinitive, and the examples like they will meet you tomorrow. You see, only meet, no to. And you understand, yes, why to will come here? We understand it. So since there is no to, only verb word, base form of a verb, this is why base form of a verb came without to, and this is the reason we call it bare infinitive. See next example. Don't make us love. Okay, love is underlined here, and it came without to. It is another example of bare infinitive. Next example. She let her son take his own decision. Take, not to take. Another bare infinitive. All the verb you can see here, meet, love, take, all came without to, but they are our base form of verbs. So these are the examples of bare infinitive. Why and where do we use bare infinitive? Yes, after modal auxiliary verbs, can, could, may, might, shall, should, will, would, need, must, dare. There are many. Modal verbs always take verbs base form after it. Modal verbs always take verbs base form after it. We say I can do it. We do not say I can doing, I can does, I can done, or I can did. No, only base form of a verb without to. So for being base form of a verb, it is infinitive. For not coming with to, it is bare infinitive. Hope you understood very well. Now let's move on to our classwork. Practice B. Read the following passage and find out and underline to plus infinitives and bare infinitives. So let's read the passage. A crow was thirsty. He was flying around to find water. The day was very hot. Water was not available anywhere. Suddenly, the crow found a pitcher. He thought there might be water in the pitcher, but the water was at the bottom of the pitcher. The crow was wondering how to drink the water. As he began to look around, he saw some pebbles lying on the ground nearby. Seeing this, he thought of a way to use the pebbles to reach the water at the bottom of the pitcher. Then the crow picked up the pebbles with his beak and dropped them in the pitcher to make the water rise. Soon the water level was high enough for the crow to reach. Thus, he was able to drink enough water to quench his thirst. So dear students, let's give it a try. Find out the infinitives and the bare infinitives. So students, I hope you made it successfully. Did you find it difficult to find out infinitives and bare infinitives? Well, we have found so many infinitives, but we didn't find bare infinitives. How is it possible? Yes, you are absolutely right. If we have found this passage like this, there are infinitives, but there is no bare infinitive. We did not find any verb which is base form of a verb and without to. Since we did not find it, so there is no bare infinitive. So only infinitives are there. And what are they? Well, let's quickly look at them. Here they are. The first line, the crow was thirsty. From the next line, we have, yes, to find. This is our infinitive. Then after that, we have to drink. Next one, to look, to use, to reach, to make, to reach, to drink, and the final one, to quench. So it was a nice practice from you. We will skip practice C for our homework. Okay? Let's move on to our next lesson, deals with gerunds. What is gerund? Have you ever heard this term before? Gerund? Well, if you have not, no problem. Let's get introduced with it. What is gerund? First, we will look at the passage. Then you will understand what is gerund by yourself. Let's first read the passage. Read the following passage and look at the underlined words. Swimming is a good exercise. It is also a very useful skill for safety. It is an interesting sport. One must practice swimming to enjoy the sport. One should not get down into water immediately after eating. There is a chance of drowning if you get down in water after eating. Floating on the water is an enjoyable game. It is also an important life-saving skill. This skill may save us from drowning. It is necessary to learn swimming by taking help of a trainer. Yes, you are right. All the underlined words are gerund. So it's very simple. Gerunds are the verb which acts like a noun. And it looks like ing. It takes ing at the end. And definitely it would act like a noun. What do I mean it would act like a noun? Remember one thing, we already have realized what is subject and object of a sentence and how to determine a subject and an object from a sentence. Always remember, subject and object always has to be the noun or pronoun. So when I say it acts like a noun, it means either it would be our subject or it can be our object of the sentence. So Ziran takes an ing at the end of it and acts like a noun. In another word, it acts like a subject, or it is subject, or it is object of the sentence. Since it's very easy, so let's give it a try how to find out Ziran from a sentence. Okay? So let's try. Read the passage below and underline the Zirans. Traveling is a good practice to acquire knowledge and experience. Visiting many places, we can be familiar with different geographical and cultural features. Those who travel for sightseeing prefer to visit places which are unusual to them. They may go hiking or sailing. In our country, the winter season is best for traveling. Driving long in this season is comfortable and safe. So please give it a try. Hope you got it correctly. Here are your answers. Traveling, visiting, sightseeing, hiking, sailing, traveling, and driving. Let's look at some examples where Zirans are used as a subject, and some places it has been used as an object. You already have practiced this kind of thing in infinitive, so this is going to be easier for you, I believe. Let's look at examples first. Here they are. Eating much is harmful. Driving too fast is dangerous. Walking is good exercise for everybody. All of them are subject here, aren't they? Yes. All the Zirans you got here are our subjects. So let's look at some examples where Zirans are used as an object of a sentence. And here they are. I did not mind joining the music competition. She likes sleeping in the afternoon. I enjoy reading and writing. So dear students, the way we have to find out a subject, you already have known it. Ziran, you can also see, is being used as an object of a preposition. Here is your example. I have no objection to walking. And the next one, she is fond of shopping. You see, preposition in first sentence, preposition to, and second sentence we got preposition of. So dear students, it's time for your homework. From infinitive lesson, practice C will be your homework. You have to write some sentences using infinitive and be infinitive both. And from the next lesson, Ziran, you have a homework, that is practice C, and that is going to be very interesting because depending on the use you have to use Ziran. So look at practice C, what you have to do. Verb dancing. You have to use it in a sentence as a subject. Next one, praying. You have to make a sentence where praying will come after a preposition. Next one, watching. You have to make a sentence where watching should be object of the sentence. Next, shocking. Again, as object. Meeting, as subject. Sleeping, after a preposition. Next one, fasting, as a subject. Surfing, as a subject. Typing, as an object. Closing, after a preposition. After completing your homework, you have to submit it to your class teacher. So dear students, what are the things on finite verb, how to determine subject and object of a sentence, noun, pronoun, preposition, how do they work in a sentence, I mean their function. We practiced passage, finding out infinitives, bare infinitives, and gerund as well. How infinitives and gerunds are used in a sentence, like as a subject or as an object. Infinitives are used also as a modifier as well. On the contrary, gerund can also be used as an object of a preposition. And we have also learned how to make a sentence using infinitive or bare infinitive, or how to use gerund as a subject or as an object of preposition. So dear students, that's it for today. Stay safe, stay home, follow the instruction of government and keep the health protocols. If you want to watch this video again, you have to visit the official page of Amar Ghore Amar School or their official YouTube channel. That's it for today. Thank you everyone.